finally taking a road trip in my Prowler for the first time this year, and I'm going up to see beautiful northern Michigan. So for this trip, I'm actually going to go see my friend Jerry Naumann. He lives, he's got a place up in northern Michigan, kind of right in the middle of the state. Not too far from the town of Cadillac, which is where I'm also going to hopefully go visit as well. I want to go see my friend Matt Crawford again. And but when I'm up there, I'm going to see Jerry's. He's got a blue Prowler. Obviously, it wasn't blue originally, but I believe he's got the color, pretty much the same color as the final Prowler that was built, the high voltage blue. So we're going to go ahead and do a little review on that and see how that goes. Now for this, you might notice that I'm not using my microphone. I also got a different camera now. I finally upgraded to a GoPro. Unfortunately, my GoPro, I wasn't able to get my microphone to work with it. So I did a test yesterday. Hopefully this is going to come out okay again. But I tested it. It seemed like my voice was coming in okay. So this is a lot more steady than my phone. I was always just using my Android phone for all my filming that wasn't on a Zoom call. So hopefully this is going to work out better. This is going to be a good test. So I also had another Zoom call recently with a guy named Randy Hamilton. He lives out in Arizona, in Tempe. And his car has got, he's actually bored and stroked his, so he's got up like 4.3 liters. He's even got a nitrous tank in his trunk. He claims he's got a dyno to at least 400 horsepower, but it's still the same V6 otherwise. So that's going to be an interesting one. He went through and gave me a lot of the details on that, so I hope to have that coming up in a future video. I also need to get some gas here before I get too much farther. I left not too long ago, and hopefully I can show you how that works. You know, it takes a little more effort to fill this car up. Put this in here. Okay, so we're going, but you just got to hold it right at the right angle here. You just got to be careful and hold it right about where you need it. Just kind of get the hang of just holding it. You can't lock it in place. Otherwise that won't work. Because if you do that, it might overfill and just start shutting off anyway. Oh, and it just stopped. Okay. So I usually do one more, and if it clicks off again, I'm done. So I think we're good. Well, here's something you always have to do after you stop the car to get out. You gotta check all the bugs. They're all over it. Okay, so now they're looking a lot better. Got all the bugs off. And just to point out, this is actually the stuff that I use for it. These wash wipes. Just to point out, I'm not sponsoring them in any way. They're not paying me for this, but I love these things. Makes it really good to do this. Really makes it well to keep it cleaned up when you're on the road. So we've got about 40 miles left to go here on I-75. So far she's been doing pretty good. I'm on a stretch now where I'm not on groove pavement. The groove pavement really kind of messes with this car. When I have the groove pavement, I don't know what it is about my tires. They have a tendency to want to just grab onto them and kind of swerve around a bit. So it's actually nice to not be on the groove pavement anymore. Something else I also forgot to mention when I got my gas earlier, I reset the trip odometer on the car just so that way I know how many miles it is before the next fill up. It's always a good idea to do that if you can, especially early on, so you get an idea of just how many miles actually it takes, and kind of compare that to your fuel gauge so you know how much you actually have. And there she is. Hey, very good. Looking good.
Nice safe drive up here, ain't it?
Oh, it is. Very nice.
Good seeing you, buddy.
So, hey, how you doing?
And boy didn't want to come up with you, or?
No, it's just gonna be me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just me.
Just that.
Just me. Well, you ready to go? I'm gonna do a little talking about the car for a little bit. Let's do that. This is actually my first time trying one of these things where I'm actually live with somebody. I've been doing all these ones on the phone.
Oh, okay, with other people.
Yeah, with the Zoom call I've been doing.
Oh,
and
okay.
this is the first time.
Thing out stores, I haven't even driven it yet this year.
Really? Oh, okay.
Sits up here now because I got another one down home.
Yep.
I'll drive that other one down home.
Okay. Yeah, this is cool here to have the little one here. I'm actually gonna go see my friend Matt Crawford.
Yeah,
Is gonna go.
Purple
Yeah,
go-kart.
he's got the purple go-kart there. So yeah, so this I think is the same model that he had, but obviously you repainted it.
Yeah, it's originally purple.
Yeah.
The bird model.
Yep, this is the bird one, the same one that he's got, same like one.
There's had a midnight blue one also that I repainted to match that originally.
Oh, okay.
But I ended up selling that.
Oh, okay. So how long have you had this one?
Since new, 02.
So you bought this new?
Yeah.
Okay, and what color was it before you had it?
It was a midnight blue.
It was the Mulholland blue? Okay.
And then probably about
So it's an 01.
It.
So it is an 01 because Mulholland
Yeah.
blue was only an 01. Okay. Okay.
It's got the blue top on it.
Yeah. That's. Oh, you're right. Yeah, that's got the blue top, so that kind of gives it away.
You know, the different colored seats.
Oh, the seats.
the
Oh,
seats
you have the
shift.
seats color. Let's take a look at that. Oh, that's nice. Oh yeah. That's cool. That's right. Let's get the top down. There we go. Oops.
Whoops.
Sorry about
See the seats better?
that. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh
they're
yeah.
the same set of seats that was made for the absolute last Prowler when they put it up for auction.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering because
In New York?
So is this actually the same color? Is this as close as possible?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
It is the
High voltage
blue. Okay.
And then the company that made the seats, the president of that company made a second set of seats because he thought originally he was going to be getting a Prowler.
Okay.
But after he hung on to them for 10 years, he put them in storage. And Buddy out of Texas, he went and bought them off of the estate because he had passed away, and then he had them sitting around.
Oh, okay.
And he posted a picture of them online. I said,
Okay.
Buddy, I gotta have them seats.
Yeah,
So
really.
they got shipped up to me from him, and I took
Okay.
my original seats out and shipped them back down to Texas for Marty to put in his car. And since then, he's went and redone them and recovered them.
Okay.
Because I had no reason for the original seats anymore.
Yeah.
They were getting kind of a little crinkled up because the car had over 100,000 miles at that time.
Okay. How many has it got now?
120.
It's got 120. Wow. That's
So yeah,
nice.
about 100,000. It had a lot of stone chips on it. I said,
Yeah.
I might as well get it repainted.
Yeah. Okay. Well, the flame job is really sharp. Now, who did you get the vents done here?
There's a guy down in Taylor that manufactured only 5 sets of them until he kind of went out of business. IRS shut his doors down or something.
Really?
And
Oh.
the molds for these were no longer in existence.
Oh, okay.
So I think there's only 5 sets of them that are on cars.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, I've not seen that one very often. So, but yeah, now who did you have do the flame painting?
I
here?
had the car 5 years ago. I took it down to Newcastle, Indiana for an event.
Okay.
And Doug, we call him High Roller Painter, and that he went and stripped the whole car down piece by piece and repainted it.
Oh, okay. Wow. Okay. Now, are these the turn signals from Tom?
Yes.
Because they look like it. They look like Tom Mills' design there. So, how long did it take the bumpers off?
The bumpers lasted long enough to get home to my garage, and then I took the ugly things off.
Well, I don't mind them on mine. I'm happy with them. I mean, it's one of those quirky things about it that
Either you love them or
I
hate
like it. Well, yeah, I guess that's the way to put it. It's probably not many. Well, the car itself, people love it or hate it.
them. Yes.
Honestly, so that's just one part of it that they do that. So, but yeah, I mean, I agree. They're not maybe pretty, but they're kind of quirky. And the car is quirky, so I kind of like the bumpers. Well, plus
like the clean
plus they're
look.
bumpers. I mean, I kind of want to have bumpers, but that's part of it
Don't
too.
hit stuff, for God's sakes.
Well, yeah, easier said than done. Where did you get the spinners from?
One of the guys in our club, he went and made them years ago,
Okay,
and I picked up a set off of them.
okay. And you say your club? Which?
Prowler Online.
Oh, that club.
Association.
Oh, that club. Okay. When you just say our club, I'm trying to think. Well, is it something different you're in? But no, the club. Okay. Okay. Are these the Borla?
Yes, Borla exhaust.
Okay. Because I see the cat on the side, and that kind of gave it away. Yeah. So this probably sounds a lot better than mine. But honestly, when I drive it on the freeway, it's pretty loud already.
Yeah,
With
it is.
with the stock, and if there was a way, I did meet one guy one time that actually showed me. It was like the 20th anniversary event, and he was able to. He had a switch somewhere in his car, so he was actually able to switch the baffles in there from a switch, so that he could have it quiet or loud whenever he wanted it to.
Yeah, he had headers on it probably, and
Yeah.
had cutouts put on it.
Yeah, yeah. So that would be kind of nice, because then if you don't really, like, if you're on the freeway and you don't want that really loud the whole time you're on there, you can do that. But when you want it loud, you could do it.
Yeah, like in parades or
Exactly.
cruises.
Exactly. Yeah. So I mean, I like the sound of these, but I think if I was on long freeway trips,
So do the top
it is
down
hard.
on that.
Well, even the top down is just, well, it's true, because when the top's up, it's actually even louder, because it's kind of like a echo chamber in there,
Right.
a little bit for it. So
One thing I found out that works a lot is that wind suppressor, that clear plexiglass.
oh yeah, yeah, I've got the same one. I've got the same one
Yeah,
on
them
mine.
are nice.
Yeah, that definitely helps. And the spoiler, where did you get that
That's
one
an
from?
infinity spoiler
Okay.
you buy, or you can go online, find out what model, what year it fits.
Okay.
And then I
But
had
which-
Doug
which
bolt
in-
that on and paint it.
Okay. Which Infinity models was it
I
on?
forgot to be exact.
Okay.
Just do search the Prowler Online Association. Then I had my third brake light
Okay.
removed. That way I got the brake light in the
Oh,
spoiler.
okay. So the old brake light is no longer there.
Right.
Oh, okay.
So all them holes
Well,
got
that's
filled.
that's a good idea, because I've seen some put these spoilers on, but they don't take out the original brake light. And they
Right,
try
probably because the spoiler didn't have the light in it.
Well,
probably.
no,
There's a couple different models.
I've seen some where the light's in both, and
Oh, both of
they just
them,
went ahead and they
yes,
just
yeah.
kept both. In that case, which it's really not bad to have extra brake light, but then it kind of looks more like it wasn't original.
Right.
Somebody could believe this is original
Exactly.
a little
but
better.
There's not a second one.
When there's a
the way
second one, it
it's
kind of gives
add-on.
it kind of gives it away that they did that. So, okay, I like the door
redone.
I like the door inserts too, by the way. That
Yeah, it's
they
done
got
by
the flame.
Real Rod. Had them paint it. The steering wheel came from Buddy Collins out of Texas. Same guy got the seats from.
Okay,
He does steering wheels like that.
okay. So anything different under the hood?
Yeah, probably just cosmetic things.
So you haven't done any supercharging or any of that kind of stuff?
No,
Any,
K&N
any-
filter.
K&N
Had some
filter.
paint work done. The flame
Oh,
on the
okay.
intake manifold.
Okay,
That's starting
sharp.
to come apart.
Yeah, a little bit.
I think that's been 10 years since I did that.
Oh, okay. So that probably needs a little work, but that's just the plastic covering
Yes.
over that? Okay. Yeah. Oh, and I see you got a bug?
Yeah, it fills up
Bug thing,
quickly
yeah.
though.
Yeah, well, that's a good idea, though. I mean, I've actually had to clean my my radiator multiple times.
Oh, okay,
get-
especially in the springtime when you get all the
Yep.
cottonwood and that.
Exactly. And who did your front grill?
Oh boy, I
Has that been on there
forgot
for a
what
while?
company again. That was probably 10, 15
10,
years
15
ago.
years
Bought
ago.
that.
Okay.
So many different things
Yeah.
I've done too.
I kind of like the way you did the inside of the brakes. That you had
Yeah,
them
painted
painted.
the calipers.
You painted the calipers to be the same. That was a neat idea. But I think you've got the same
red
caliper
covers
cover.
on
You've
the
got the same
outside
covers.
then.
Although well, yours is just plain red though. They don't have the Prowler script on it.
Right.
But I think it's probably the same people though that made it, right?
Yeah, it is.
Is
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, actually, have you had any issue with that where they're scraping on the wheel?
Not at all.
Because it hasn't happened to me yet either. But there's a couple people that put those on, and the clearance on here is so close.
Yeah, there's not much.
I mean,
room there.
that close there, it's so close to that. I've had a couple people say, "Oh, I put them on," and they check later, and there's like scratch marks
on
all
the
over-
red already.
on the red
so
already
there's
because
room then.
there wasn't enough room on there to do it. So you said you've got the black one back in Berkeley, right?
Yeah, I did the high boy kit out of the other one and it's flat black in color.
Okay.
So I totally stripped everything off of it, fenders and all the accessories. No brake light on that.
Okay.
The rear tail lights are no longer in the fenders. So
Oh,
I'm
okay.
using rope lighting
Okay.
on the back, LED rope lighting. All the bumpers have been removed
Oh, okay. Wow.
on that one.
Okay, and that's back in Berkeley.
It's in Clarkston. He's putting the
Oh.
final coat of clear on it.
Oh,
now.
okay.
It's a flattening clear he puts on it.
Okay.
To make it look like a dull black color.
Oh, okay.
So I'll
Well,
probably pick that up next week and bring it back to my house in Berkeley.
okay. Well, yeah, we could probably do another.
Yeah,
We could do another
that
visit there.
one's done.
I would like to see that one. That would be definitely cool to see.
And that's when I'm going to drive more, so that's why I'm leaving this one up north. Just
Yep.
take drives up northern Michigan, and that when I
Yep.
get up here for the long weekends.
Yeah, that would make sense. So how many total Prowlers is that you've owned
3.
then? So just the 3?
Yeah. and
Okay,
then
so
2
so
little
so this
ones.
one. Well, yeah. Well, now you got 100 little ones.
Yeah. Oh
I
yeah.
seen we got the picture that I was able to get out of the newspaper.
Yeah.
That you had there, and you had that whole pile of
I
them.
got
So
15 of them.
you got 15 of them. So are any of them RC cars?
Yeah, 3 of them are remote controls. Other ones are cast iron ones that you can buy, and one of them's the size of a quarter. Is the smallest one I got.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, some of the little tiny ones there. Those are all back at the other place,
Yeah.
right? Okay, so maybe when I'm there, we'll be able to get a chance to see that. So I got another question for you. So when did you said you got this new originally? So how long? I mean, when the Prowler first came out in '97, did you want to get one right then?
Yeah, because I used to go to a lot of hot rod shows because I had other muscle cars back in the early 90s and that. So attending all the car shows around Detroit area, Chrysler started bringing their prototype Prowler there.
Oh, okay.
And I would tell buddies, I said, that's the coolest car you can possibly get. I hope they make it. So I answered a lot of questionnaires that they would be handing out to the hot rodders that were at the car show, then filled it out, and then all of a sudden I hear they were producing them. And at that time, I didn't have the financial means to buy one, so that's when I eventually went out and bought a go-kart Prowler.
Okay.
I said, okay,
well, not was it that one?
No, it was another one that I had sold about a few years back.
Oh, okay. So it's not
and
this
it was
one.
originally purple, and then I painted it midnight blue to match this car, and I would tow it around.
Oh, okay. Okay. So back when this car was its original color, you had it painted to match that one. Okay.
And then that one I towed around, and heck, I don't know how many tens of thousands of miles I put on that towing it. And then I bought this one and already had it painted blue, left the other one midnight blue. So I'm just going to sell that one. I was just getting sick of winterizing every year and draining the carburetors.
Yeah.
And that's, so yeah, probably about 01, I said, I'm going to buy a Prowler. I had the means then. So went to the dealership in an early 02 in Royal Oak, Michigan. I bought it.
Okay.
And they had it sitting on their showroom floor for a year. And I said, yeah, I'll take that one.
Okay. So when did you get the Weekender?
Probably within a month after buying the car.
Really? So that's how. So they started making those, or they were making those back that early?
Yeah, Bob Gatz from Real Rod was making them.
Okay.
Back then, he's since passed away.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's just things from going to the website that I said once I got the car, I'm going to go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
Modifications. That's why the bumpers had to go first. A Weekender I bought, replaced the front brake pads. They were known for getting a lot of dust on the chrome wheels, so I replaced them immediately.
Yeah.
And then just through the years, you see what other people have done by going to different Prowler events, and I said, okay, I want to do that.
Yeah. Okay. So like some of the like the I don't know,
The
like
spinners.
Well, the spinners, but
covers.
Well, actually, what I was going to talk about is that you've got. I don't know if you've got the. Yours are having look like they're coming off a little bit here. The horizontal stabilizers there. Yeah. I actually had replaced those on mine, even though mine had hardly any miles on it.
Oh,
I got it because they were
dry rot.
Because it was right. They were all kind of crooked inside there. I mean, I looked in there and they were literally on angles. Oh, they weren't even totally attached properly. So I immediately had them, the Control Freak ones that I bought instead to replace that. So I mean, again, it was just dry rot from sitting. So
yeah, you figure these cars are 20 years old now.
Yeah,
it'd be pretty soon we'll be able to get historical plates.
Yeah, actually, and these ones down here too. Your vertical ones here are the ones that I've had issues with, or I had to get those replaced too. Are those still original?
Yes.
On yours? Oh, okay, yeah. You look like yours are starting to decay a little bit there. Yeah,
yeah, replaced the shocks on them. No Coney for the Conies.
Okay, the shocks are new.
Yeah, this got the Wonder bar.
That's true because in 01 they didn't use Coney, right? They weren't. They weren't stock.
Yeah, dynamic
or something.
Yeah.
And so you had the Conies put in after that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I've been hearing because for whatever reason they leaked.
Too.
Yeah. So how long before you put the Conies in?
Probably 4 or 5 years afterwards.
4 or 5 years afterwards. So was it actually starting to leak before then, or you just
I came across these Conies from a guy out of Florida, brand new. Back then, you could get them for like $70.
Oh, okay.
And nowadays, they're
$70 each?
A shock.
A shock? Okay.
That's very cheap.
That's very cheap.
I'm going to get them and put them on.
Okay. Yeah, I would definitely.
But
yeah.
now they're hundreds of dollars.
If you can find them, yeah. But I was just wondering if you put them on because you'd heard about some of the issues and wanted to be precautionary.
That was going to happen.
Okay. Okay. But otherwise, as far as any of the work done on it, I mean, like belts, hoses, that kind of thing, is that all you need to do?
Yeah, replace heater hoses, radiator hoses.
Okay.
Thermostat. Obviously the timing belt.
Okay.
I'm only on my second one now.
Okay. I went ahead and had mine done, even though I don't have that many miles on it. Just
age.
Just because age.
Yep.
I mean, actually, in the owner's manual, it actually tells you, you know, after like 8 years, no matter what the mileage is, you should have it done.
Yeah.
And well, my car was 20 years old, so I'm like, yeah, I think maybe I need to. I think that's overdue.
Have water pump replaced at the time?
Water pump is also replaced.
Yeah,
Yep.
I did that.
What I have not done is the fuel pump. Is you still have the original?
Yeah, original fuel pump.
Okay, because I've heard issues with that. Do you have not any issues with that?
No.
Okay, because I know Tom's got one of those too, and I've been kind of wondering if I should precautionary to get it. I've been kind of wondering precautionary if I should get it or not. But you have not obviously had any issues with it, then, right?
No, that's why if something's working fine, leave it alone. And know if there's a problem, which way to go.
Exactly. So but the fact that he makes one kind of makes me wonder if there is some known issue that they've had before, because he's got a slightly different design.
We got 20 years on these cars.
Yeah, true. So now did you replace the shocks on here?
Yes.
On these things? These look different.
LS.
Are these LS? Are these LS? Yeah, because I have LS as well. Mine are black.
Yeah, but you could go with the black or the stainless, and since I had these in kind of a chrome, I went with them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay, because otherwise they look familiar. This connection on here looked just like mine, and so I was wondering if these were LS model. But yeah, I had to put mine on right away because, again, you know, I looked under the hood for the very first time.
Hit yourself in the head.
It just dropped in my head like within a few seconds.
Oh,
so
okay.
I mean, I literally like, whoa, okay.
Plus the hood opens up wider, another 10 inches.
Really?
Yeah.
I actually didn't really notice that it was
the factory shock compared to the aftermarket.
Okay. I mean, I've seen some people, even though they have the older models that didn't have these and had the prop rod, you know, I've seen some people, though, because of these, they still want to get a prop rod or they want to get something different.
Safety thing.
But these have worked fine. I mean, once I get these on here,
right,
I've not had any issues.
These have probably been on 10 plus years.
Really? Okay. Now, what about the ones in the trunk? Did you ever replace them?
No issues with them.
So you still have the originals?
Yeah.
See, mine are still original too, and I've not had to replace them, which surprised me. I thought at some point, you know, because on my trailer I had to replace them there.
Yeah.
I had to replace those, but my trunk is still good. For some reason, I've not had any issue with that. So
the trailer I got, they're bad too. The hood shock, but I'm not going to replace. I'm just trying to sell the thing.
Yeah, that's the yellow one, right?
Yeah.
Okay. The video I just put out yesterday, I actually gave you a plug in that. I said, hey, trailers for sale.
Yeah, no
well,
one's
because
wanting them anymore.
I did it with Yuri from the Straight Pipes. I did it with him, and he was talking about wanting to get a trailer. And he wants to get a yellow one. I said, hey, I know a guy that's got a yellow one for sale. And I said, if you ever come down to Detroit, you could. He was actually, I think he was kidding, but he said if he came down to the Woodward Dream Cruise that he would go back with it.
Where's he from?
He's in Toronto.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, but right now, you know, the border's still closed.
Yeah.
Right now, we can't. You know, I wanted to go see him in person, but I couldn't. I had to go. We did a Zoom call, and that worked out good.
And you did his car then?
Yeah, we did his car. How fast have you ever gotten yours at? Just curious.
I had 120, 125.
You got up to 120?
Yeah.
And where was that?
These back roads up north.
Oh, okay, where you could.
On them. Just got to look out for the deer.
Oh, yeah, that would be bad. Lose it with a deer, but yeah. When I was driving mine up. One thing I've noticed with mine, and I don't know if maybe it's kind of tires. Like which tire? Oh, you got Continentals.
Yeah.
You got Continentals. So I've got Nittos on mine, and I don't know if it's because of the way the tread is or not, but on mine I actually had issues with. If you're on pavement that's grooved, concrete, it darts. Yeah. Okay, does that happen to you too?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not my tires necessarily. It's just something about the car.
Yes.
Okay, well that's good to hear actually. Meaning, well, and not great to hear. I mean, other people, but that at least means it's not like I got a bad set of tires or anything like that. It just something about it. It grabs onto the grooves or something. The tread pattern. Okay, so all right, so not just me. So I'm curious if anybody else has ever had that happen. So I have to be much more careful on those. When I'm on that part, I'm holding on a lot more because the car no. I'm like holding on a lot tighter because every once in a while the car just wants to do one of these. So it's a little crazy. So okay, well I'm almost got enough time on here. I'm probably going to wrap it up. So for the video anyway. But thanks a lot, Jerry.
Okay, Pat.
I appreciate it.
Come on,
yeah.
By and looking at the car.
Oh yeah, it's been great. Finally got my first live interview here. So this will be a good one. Hopefully I have. So, all right. We'll see everybody.
See you, adios.
Right, thank you. Okay, so I just finished up at Jerry's house, and now I'm making my way over to Cadillac. About another half-hour drive. I just called Matt, let him know I'm coming. Hopefully I can give a big surprise to his son Morgan again. So we'll see you again there. Okay, so I'm getting close to Matt's house here. Oh, and there's the Prowler Jr. There he is. There we go. Hey.
How's it going?
How you doing? Hey, Morgan.
Good.
Finally get to see you in person. You know I was coming?
No.
No? Yeah, cool. Well, I'm glad to be able to make it up here finally. I finished up at Jerry's there, and luckily I had time to be able to still come over and see you.
That's why when you called,
Yeah.
I was in the backyard and he was standing there. That's why I acted like I didn't know who it was
Oh,
at first.
okay.
So he didn't know.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I was getting a little worried there. I was like, okay, I don't know if he knows I'm coming or not.
Yeah, he actually stopped right in the tracks right there when he seen you. He's like,
Okay, well, and I saw this out. I thought, okay, you probably told him I'm coming, so he'd see me out there with it.
nope. He had no clue. Yeah, he like jumped out of the seat of the go-kart and he's like looking up. And then when he seen you, when he seen the car, he started honking like, hey!
So I got a GoPro that I got now also, so I can record myself, record other stuff on there now. So I'm using the phone right now, but I can I've got that set up there now so that I can do that. So if you wanted to go ride for me, I can get him on the video if he wants to. You want to give that a try? I'm gonna back up all the way here. Hopefully it's showing. I recentered it here, so hopefully it'll see both of us here. Oh, that banging you hear, by the way, that happens sometimes. That's the back window hitting hitting the wind deflector. Yeah, it doesn't always fit real well. So if you hear that banging, don't worry about it. That's normal. Well, it's not normal, but it's gonna happen.
I wonder how many people slow down. I wonder how many people watch your videos.
Well, I can see how many have watched. I don't get a whole lot of people watching them. It's not like some people that get thousands of people watching a day.
Yeah, like
I don't get that.
gamers.
Yeah, I don't get that. I don't get that. Yeah, but actually I can keep track. I think for your video that I did, there's been about 350 people watched it so far.
I know, I think 4 people that I know has definitely watched it.
Okay. Can you tell all your friends about it so they watched you on it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I told
Do they
them.
like it?
We actually have YouTube on our Xbox.
Oh, you do? Okay.
And so what we can do is click it. Since of course the Xbox is hooked up to the TV, we watch the video.
Okay.
We watched it first on my dad's phone.
Okay.
Then I watch it on my phone.
Okay.
Then we watch it on the TV.
Oh, okay. So you can have it. Oh, okay, so you can put the YouTube on TV.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the best way to watch it. I usually don't watch YouTube on my computer. I usually watch it on my TV.
I actually played Forza 3. The only reason I played the 3rd version.
It's because this car's in it, right?
Yes.
Yep, I know. My son has Forza 3 also, but he's moved on to 4. And I was upset that they took this car out of the game.
In fact, actually, for the 4th one, you can still get it.
Oh, you can?
It's just you need like a game pass.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know, I tried playing the game with driving this car, and I had a hard time doing it because I didn't want to crash the car.
Yeah, that's
And I
what
was always
do.
worried I was going to crash it, which you always do in those games. It's too hard to drive without crashing. So.
Yeah. When I actually got it, I changed the color from yellow to like the best Prowler purple I can.
Okay.
Just to get it matching my go-kart.
Oh, okay.
yeah, you're about $29,900 short.
Say that again. I got you on video now. What did you say?
I have like $100.
You have $100? Yeah, you got a little ways to go yet.
Yeah.
Because then you got to insure the thing. And, you know, you kids, you cost a lot for insurance. Wait till he's able to drive.
Oh, that's going to hurt.
Yeah, it's going to hurt a little bit. Hey, so thank you again, guys. Thank you, Chelsea.
Yeah,
thank you.
for coming.
Appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed it. And if we have the show again later this year,
That'd be awesome.
let me know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll let you know as soon
I'll
as
see.
I
Hopefully we
find
can
out.
come back up for that.
All right.
Yay. Thank you, everybody.
All right. Thank you.
Bye.
Drive safe.
Okay, bye-bye.